Hey everybody, it's Maya Zahira here with Psychic Protection Sanctuary, and we actually were on a Facebook Live class, and we got bumped off. The internet powers that be decided to make the energy wobble, who knows, and so everybody got bumped off. So give me just a second, I'm going to post everybody, and then the good news is this is actually, we were just finishing up announcements, and then we're getting into the core content. So give me a second to post to everybody, and then we will jump right in. And we need like game show music. Okay, I wonder if it's because somebody sent a message. Okay. Hello, I got bumped off. There we go. Here is everybody. Okay, cool. Welcome back, everybody. I see all of you are rejoining, and who knows what happened with the internet signal. That was really weird. I'm just going to trust that that was supposed to happen for whatever reason. Okay? So this is the 4-step daily protocol. This is Maya's 4-step daily protocol for psychic protection. And we were just finishing up some announcements and getting ready to get into our juicy content. So welcome back, everybody. You will need a pen and paper and something to drink. Facebook Live is always so fun, and I say that with it's fun. It really is fun, and then I also say that with sarcasm because technology. And sometimes we get bumped off, and then we have to start over again. Okay, so the final. So one of my announcements was that 1 year ago was the really mega psychic attack that I went through that propelled me into focusing more on this area of expertise. And I forgot to mention before we got cut off that one result of going through all of that was that I got this huge download of information, direct download about psychic protection. And so a lot of what I teach is not necessarily from books, but is from either direct experience or direct download. And then, of course, I'm always studying and learning and I'm curious about what other people are saying in their books, just so I can, fill in any gaps or recognize information that's maybe not accurate. Because there's actually a lot of information out there in books and in workshops that is not accurate. And what I've come to notice is that there's a lot of people that are regurgitating the same information over and over again, mainly because it sounds nice. Like, for example, it sounds lovely to talk about using sage to clear out negative entities, but that actually doesn't work. And I talk about that in some of my videos. We'll get into more of that another time. But there's a lot of information out there that's being regurgitated over and over again, and I'm bringing in some new information for you all. What's the other thing? Oh, I didn't announce this earlier, but I posted about it on our group that one of my main areas that I'm focusing on and studying and learning is trying to understand how to help people release from ongoing issues of psychic protection. So what I've noticed is that oftentimes if someone's having a psychic protection issue, like a real serious one, like being attacked by evil spirits and things like that, that oftentimes it's been an ongoing issue, or they've had multiple issues, similar issues over the years, And so it's like some people just like they get one thing cleared out, but a little while later or a few years later, something else happens. And so it seems that some people have ongoing issues. I would say that I would fit into that category as well. And so I'm always having to be hyper vigilant and clearing, being very aware of my energy, being very careful what types of events and energies I put myself around, because I've had those vulnerabilities in the past, not as much now. But one of my areas of study right now is trying to understand what is it that makes certain people more vulnerable, and how to undo that. So I was telling a friend of mine the other day, I feel like I'm going down the rabbit hole, because the more that I learn, because I'm listening to and reading all sorts of stuff and discerning what's what, but it feels like I'm going down this rabbit hole. The more that I learn, the more there's so much mind-blowing information out there. There's not really the direct answer to my question, so I'm having to learn a lot of different things and try to figure this out, how to help people clear out those kinds of attacks for good. So that's the rabbit hole that I've been diving down into lately. And then the last announcement is about the Psychic Protection Emergency Kit. Earlier I was talking about how I often get a lot of different messages from people on Facebook who are dealing with very serious psychic protection issues. And I do schedule private one-on-one sessions with some of them, and some of them just choose to be in the group, or choose to, maybe I share a little bit of information to get them started with doing their own work. But with all of those different scenarios, every time all these people are messaging me, what I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I really need to have something, some kind of package or kit that people can download so that they can have everything that they need in order to take care of these issues. Because one of the misconceptions that people have is that, I'll go out to their house and do a clearing and then it will be all done. But if somebody has had, years and years and years, or a lifetime of issues with being under psychic attack, having issues with entities, me coming out and doing one clearing, it's very unlikely that that's going to fix it. Okay. And it's also not economical for people if I come out 10 different times and do a clearing on them and their house. So what I realized that people need is all of the information and tools in one package so that they can be empowered to do it themselves. And that is how the Psychic Protection Emergency Kit was born. And I've known that I was supposed to create it for the last couple of months, and now I've set aside the month of June. Right now it's June 2017. So set aside every bit of free time this month. I'll be working on that kit, and it's actually available for pre-order right now for $49. And because of everything that I'm going to be putting into the kit, like the information and the knowledge that I have was obtained through blood, sweat, and tears, and extreme duress. We'll just put it that way. So it's not content that I take lightly, and neither should you, really. That program, the Psychic Protection Emergency Kit, I'm eventually going to be charging $499 for it, but offering it for pre-order right now for $49, because I want to give everybody a chance who's been messaging me and sitting on the sidelines needing help. I want to give you all an affordable option that you can just snag while you have the opportunity to do so. And then at the beginning of July, the kit, the first incarnation of the kit will be done. And then anyone who has purchased the pre-order will also receive updates, because I'm going to keep adding to it and making it better and better and better. Because if you couldn't tell by all the free content that I'm putting out there all the time, I don't want people to have to go through these kinds of issues without support. I went through some really horrible things myself. It's terrifying. It's horrible when you don't have the right resources, when nobody out there has the right information. And I want to help to provide people with the information that they need. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. You can actually find it on my website. It's at www.mayazahira.com, MAYAZAHIRA.com. And it's the Psychic Protection Emergency Kit. I went into a little more details on that than I was going to. Apparently, at least a few of you watching needed to hear that. I just always trust. If I start going off about something, I guess some people needed to hear about that. Okay, so take a drink, and we're going to go into our core content right now. All right. So originally this workshop was called the 3-step daily protocol or process for psychic protection. But I realized that the very first step I wasn't really counting, because I thought that it was just obvious. But I realized it's actually, that first step is not so obvious to everybody, and I want to make sure that it's clearly included. So this is now the 4-step daily process, daily protocol for psychic protection. This is one of those things where the steps sound really simple, and sometimes people expect, or I don't know, sometimes people expect that with a serious issue like this, the answer needs to be really complicated. And actually some of the answers are really complicated, like as I'm doing research for how to help release people from ongoing soul agreements for being under constant psychic attack. That is really complex. That's complicated. This really is not. This is simple, but whether you practice it or not, that's a whole other thing. Okay. So the 4 steps, I want you to write these down right now. These are your 4 steps for keeping your energy clean and clear, protected. Okay. Number 1, connect with your spirit. Connect with your spirit. Number 2, connect with the divine. Number 3, connect with the earth. And number 4 is your bubble of protection. And we're going to go through each step. Now, just to clarify, this is a 4-step daily protocol for protection, for what you need for protection. But this is not, notice that there's no steps in here about clearing your energy or anything like that, because we're just keeping it simple. We're just focusing on these are your 4 steps for protection. These are not the 4 steps for healing your energy or clearing your energy or anything like that. You can add that, okay? You can add those aspects. So let's talk about each step, and then I will take you through a little guided meditation. Okay? So the first step, the one that I almost wasn't even going to include on the list because to me it's so obvious. First step is connect with your spirit. To me it's obvious that I need to connect with my inner self, my inner being, my spirit, before I do anything else. But a lot of people don't even think about that part, and here's why. Because they're so used to looking for empowerment and or validation outside of themselves, like from their guides, from their angels, from the divine. And all of those are wonderful, but the very first energy that you need to be connecting with for your own empowerment is your own energy, your own spirit. So that's why it is the first step. That makes sense? And the more you do this practice, like the meditation that I'm going to teach you, getting into your personal power, the more you do those practices, the more empowered this first part will be for you. So just be patient and know that you'll be able to cultivate that connection over time. A lot of people watching this have somewhat lost that connection, and I feel for you, because I am in the process, as I'm doing all of this research, for learning how to help people release from ongoing negative agreements to be psychically attacked over and over and over again. As I'm going through that research and applying it to myself, one of the things that I realized was that I was not referring to my own spirit and my own energy enough for my own inner power. I think most of us on the planet have been conditioned to look outside of ourselves. Okay. But then, in a close second, is number 2, which is connecting with the divine. And it's really up to you. This is personal for each one of you. But rather than connecting with a particular deity, I guess I would say, because I'm going to just assume that we have people of a variety of faiths watching this. Rather than connecting with a particular deity, and you're welcome to do that if that's what you wish, but I would encourage you to instead connect directly with divine source, like the original source. Some watching this might feel that source is feminine or masculine, or neither, that it's all energy. It really doesn't matter, but you're going to be connecting with divine source. Okay. And then also, you're not just a spiritual being, but you are living in a physical body. And you're on the planet Earth, and you have to recognize that reality. And so because of that, it's important to do step number 3, which is to connect with the Earth, connect with the planet, the energy of the planet. So let's take a moment and talk about the 3 steps: connecting within, connecting with spirit, like connecting to the heart of the cosmos, and then connecting with earth energy. So you're all plugged in, you're connecting, it's like you're plugged in to source energy, plugged into earth energy, connected with your inner being. But the final step is to create a bubble around you, a bubble of protection. And this, by the way, is a really simplified version of the grid of protection that I teach in some of my upper level classes. Okay. By the way, those of you who know the grid of protection, which has a few steps to it, I've recently discovered a couple of additional steps that can really help. with psychic protection, especially with negative energy coming your way. So that content will be in some of the advanced programs like the master class. So if you want to get the more advanced stuff, then that's where you will have to go. Okay, so we've got our 4 steps. Connect with your spirit, connect with the divine, connect with the earth, and then surround yourself with a bubble of protection. Okay. So now we're going to do a quick guided meditation to help you through this process. You can spend as long as you like or as short as you like each day doing this. You can just take like 5 seconds and just go boom, 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 boom. Okay, you're all set up. Once you get used to tuning into each part, just connect, 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 bubble, there we are. You can do it in a split second right as you get out of bed, or you can really create a longer meditation or prayer time. Okay. So making sure that as long as you are not driving or operating any machinery, I want you to lay back and relax, and we're going to do a 5-minute meditation here. So go ahead and do that. Get a little drink. All right. At the end, we'll also have opportunity for any questions. So if you have any questions, you'll be able to share those at the end. Okay, let's go into a nice, relaxed state. I'd like for you to take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. With each breath, allow your body and your mind to become more relaxed. And as we breathe, we're going to very naturally drop right into our first step. Connecting with your spirit. As you breathe, bring that breath down into the center of your being. Connecting with that spark of light that is your spirit. And with each breath, that spark of light gets bigger and bigger. And bigger. And more radiant and more powerful. Filling up your whole physical being and beyond. Your powerful, wise spirit. Take a deep breath. Allowing your spirit to continue to stay in its expanded state. Filling up your whole physical body. And now bring your attention up to your crown chakra, which is at the top of your head. And imagine a beautiful violet color, violet white light You have infinite supply of energy in this crown chakra, so you're not depleting that chakra at all. Send a beam of light from your crown chakra out into the cosmos, connecting directly with divine source, with true divine source. And I specify this simply because there are a lot of imposter energies out there, and we are not going to connect with any of that. Rather, in your power, your essence, with your clear intention, you send your energy directly to divine source, source of all that is, creator, at the heart of the cosmos, connecting in, plugging in, receiving spiritual nourishment. As you stay plugged in, you bring your awareness back into your physical being, and you feel that spiritual nourishment pouring into you directly from the divine. And now take a deep breath, and as you do so, you drop your awareness all the way down to your root chakra, down at the base of your spine. The color of this chakra is red. And you send a beam of red light all the way down into the earth, further down into the planet, and connecting with the core of the planet, connecting with the consciousness of the planet. And as you now bring your awareness back up into your body, you feel that energy of nourishment flowing into you, just as though you were a tree receiving nourishment from the earth up through your roots into your trunk, into your physical body. And now you continue to be connected with Source. You continue to be connected with the earth, receiving energy from both, and also anchored in both, so you are centered, secure, and safe. And now our final step is to establish a bubble of protection around the boundaries of your aura. And your aura is that field of energy that extends beyond your physical body. A big bubble of light around you, more like an egg shape. And so for this meditation, we're focusing on the boundaries, the outer edges of your aura. It's important to have boundaries so you know where your energy ends and other energy begins. So I want you to imagine a bubble of light, soft white light or golden light, or perhaps purple, violet, whatever color calls to you. Just imagine that this bubble of light is radiant and it serves as a protection to hold your energy in so all of your energy doesn't dissipate, and to hold any negative energies out. And now let's take 3 nice, slow, deep breaths. And as you do, as you breathe, just know that the work that you have accomplished here in this meditation continues to stay strong. Your connection with your spirit, your connection with the divine, connection with earth, and your bubble of protection. Take another deep breath in and blow it out forcefully, allowing your body to relax, to go into just a more relaxed state right now, where you're not trying to do anything with your energy, but you're just letting it rest in the new state that you've brought it into. So as with most of the content that you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. As with most of the content that I post on our Psychic Protection Sanctuary Facebook group and on the public YouTube channel as well, the content usually tends to be pretty introductory, pretty basic, just to help you get started. And this will help you get started if you have had issues, even with just feeling sensitive to the energies around you. This daily practice will help you a lot, okay? And then when you're ready for something that's more advanced and you need some more like superhero level energy protection, then I will teach you that in the Psychic Protection Emergency Kit, which you can pre-order now, or the Psychic Protection Monthly Masterclass, which is an ongoing monthly program. So that's where we go over the more advanced stuff. Okay, this will get you started. It will only help you if you practice it. I know that sounds really obvious, but I give people these tools. Some of them are really simple. They're simple, but they work. But they won't work unless you practice them. So remember what I said, that you could accomplish this in like 5 seconds flat as you're getting out of bed every morning. And even just doing that, it will help you. Now, when you first start using this 4-step process, it might take you more than 5 seconds, 4 seconds, because you have to think through all the steps. But once you get it down, you'll be able to do it so fast. And anytime you feel like you're having issues throughout the day, if you're feeling anxiety, feeling ungrounded, feeling like there's some weird energy in the environment that you're in, then do this process and that will help you. Okay. All right, so ready for questions, and then we'll be done. And as I'm waiting for questions to come in, our next, so right now your job is any questions that you have or feedback, or if you want to share your experience with that meditation, anything you want, go ahead and start typing. And then as I'm waiting for any questions to come in, our next class, our next Facebook Live class is going to be 3 daily practices for psychic protection. So this is different than the protocol. These are 3 things that you can do in your external daily life to help you stay strong and empowered. So this work, this 4-step daily protocol, this is internal work. This is about going within and doing a meditation. The 3 daily practices, this is about external. What are some things that you can do in your daily life? So I'll go over that next time. That will be the next class. And then also, if you have any other topics that you would like for me to cover, I'm always taking requests. So let me know. Okay, I'll wait a few seconds longer. We'll see if we have any questions. And then we will be all done for tonight. Very silent. Usually we have a few questions. And sometimes it takes a while for the questions to come through. So we'll wait just a little while longer. Everybody just give me a thumbs up right now if you're good. That way I know if I'm waiting for questions and there are none. Let's just see if all of if the system is working for us. Give me a thumbs up. If you have no questions and you feel like we're good, we're done. Okay, thanks, Diane. Cool. So as we're waiting for some more, I think some people are typing. I just have this feeling. Tina, that's a comment is coming through. So we're kind of winding down here with our content. Also remember that we have a free Facebook Live every first and third Monday at 6 Central. And the replay is always posted if you can't watch it live. And I am hard at work this month, June 2017, creating the Psychic Protection Emergency Kit. And so if you're interested in that, go to my website, www.mayazahira.com, MAYAZAHIRA.com, and you can get information. Type on the kit in the menu. And looks like someone has a question, so let me just see if it comes through. Okay, Tina says, when is the class? Do you have a date? Tina, I'm wondering which class you're referring to. So the next, I don't have the dates in front of me for the next Facebook Live, but this is the first, right now is the first Monday of June, and so it'll be in 2 weeks. Because we do the first and third Monday of the month. Okay, so that's when the next Facebook Live will be. The Psychic Protection Emergency Kit doesn't have a date. It's a downloadable kit. You download it onto your computer and you work on it at your own pace. And the Psychic Protection Monthly Masterclass, that class takes part, that's an online video class for students who have signed up for that program. And Tina is commenting again. And it takes place every third Monday evening of the month. Cool. All right, I answered Tina's question. Awesome. Well, we are all done. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And remember, I'm always taking ideas for future classes. So anything that you're stuck with or that you're wondering about, just post it on the Psychic Protection Sanctuary page. Or I can just answer your question right away. If it's a simple answer, I can just address your question immediately. All right. Well, thank you again, everybody, for being here and for being a part of an awesome, I consider it a very positive community, very love-based, great energy group, all of you on the Psychic Protection Sanctuary. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.